Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm sharing 6 things that people don't tell you before you get an Aussiedoodle. Before we get started, I have a product to share with you guys because we've been loving it, and I think so many of you will find it beneficial, especially with aging dogs. It's something that will help immensely with like joints and older dogs, but also works as a preventative kind of supplement too. And I like this brand because they are taking a more holistic approach. A lot of the stuff is organic and natural, and a lot of good ingredients. The product is by Veterinary Naturals. We got this on Amazon, and this is the hemp and hips, but they have lots of different wellness supplements for your pup depending on what kind of issues that they're having. But this specifically has hemp oil, glucosamine, MSM, collagen, turmeric, and fish oil. So it's a really good source of hemp oil to help with anti-inflammatory properties, but also lots of other ingredients. Turmeric for anti-inflammatory, kind of just helps with mobility and being a little less pain-free. I've been using hemp and CBD on Frankie since I can remember, just because we are users of it as well. We are highly pro hemp and CBD users. The cannabis plant is amazing, and so we thought, why not give it to Frankie too? There are tons of benefits, and not just in inflammation and mobility, but also skin and coat, mood. We give Frankie CBD a lot for anxiety, like when we leave, so it helps in so many different areas. Like I said, it's a holistic approach to wellness for your pups, and we love it. So I will link this below, and I'll give you a little close-up so you can see it as well. It's vetnaturals.com if you want to check out their website. I will put the shop link to the Amazon below in the description, and I will show you what these little chews look like. So here is one of them. It says 1 chew per day for up to 25 pounds, 2 chews for up to 75, and then 3 chews for 75 and over. Frankie is right around 45 pounds, so she gets 2. Oh, and this is rotisserie chicken flavor. She loves it. She is picky about her treats. And then also the collagen is grass-fed beef collagen, because I know there are tons of different collagens, so I just wanted to specify. But make sure you check this out if you have an aging dog or you want to support their wellness now and kind of act as more preventative care. Okay, I have 6 things that we have learned in the last 2 years. Frankie will be 2 on February 4th, so we've had her for a while now, and we've learned so much. This is our first family dog, and so between training and just learning her personality, it's been a wild ride, but we are so, like, she is the perfect dog for us. We love her so much. So I want to start by saying that because some of these things might seem negative, but with proper training and patience and consistency, they're so easy to train. And so don't take this as just a negative message about Aussiedoodles. We love her so much, and I would have 6 if it were up to me. But anyways, the first thing is their personality. Poodles are so goofy, and I love them so much. I actually have considered just getting a miniature poodle. But anyways, I love the poodle personality. She's very goofy. She has these club arms that she just uses as arms. I don't know, she's just hilarious. She will talk to you with her eyes, and it's the cutest thing, really. She doesn't bark. Barking is going to be one of these points, but she doesn't bark to talk to you. She just uses her eyes and kind of just stares into your soul. So I just love their personality, but they are so goofy. They're not like your typical boxer or Rottweiler. They are very different and unique for sure. And as far as the Aussie side, I feel like they are very connected with their owners as well. So I think the combination is just perfect. Like I've said already more than once, I just love her so much. So her personality is great. They're goofy. Okay, the next thing is grooming, and I've mentioned it here on this channel before. But grooming has been an experience. We've been to many different places. I don't have any more than that. We've been to lots of different groomers. It's all about finding, I don't know, it's like a hairstylist, your personal hairstylist. You have to find someone that gets what you're trying to communicate and then does it. So it's been, I don't know, it's taken us 1.5 years probably. We've been to the same place for maybe 6 months, give or take. And we're happy, but it's just, there's always something. No one's perfect, and there's always going to be something if you are a perfectionist about it. If you don't care, then just skip through this part. But grooming has been interesting. We have had terrible haircuts. I've taken pictures just to document. Right now she has a really cute, it's more of a puppy cut. She has a really long hair on her head right now, which we'll probably have trimmed down in a minute, but this is usually what we keep her at. She's a little bit shorter than 1 inch on her body, and then her head and tail like left long, and ears. So you just have to be very specific. You have to figure out what you want, and all Aussiedoodles are different, and so their coat is going to be different depending on their wave pattern, the texture, how curly they are. So it's a learning curve, so don't get discouraged, I guess, is where ultimately I'm going with that. They don't shed. That is the probably, I don't know, one of the top 3 pros of having a doodle, but they require brushing almost daily, unless you're keeping their hair super short, and then grooming once a month. And if you skip a month, it could all go south. So you want to make sure you're on top of the grooming. It's just the price you pay with it, them being non-shedding. Third thing is their energy level. Aussies are very hyper. She is a hunting and herding dog, so she likes to be busy. She has a very active mind. So we have finally figured out a good, not finally, for a while now, we have established a really good routine with her to manage her energy. So Chris takes her on, we have a scooter, an electric scooter. He takes her on like a really fast ride on that once a day. She goes for a walk once a day. She exercises around the house and plays with the girls a lot. And we also found these puzzles, which I will link below, that are super helpful in wearing her out mentally, because people might just assume that exercise means taking them for a walk or a run every day, but with Aussies and Poodles, they need to be mentally stimulated as well. And so different puzzles or jobs to kind of get their brain working is super important, even if it's a 10-minute training session of things they already know, just to kind of put them to work. That makes them really happy. If you want a big lazy dog that you can just cuddle with all day, an Aussiedoodle is not the right dog for you. Okay, barking is next. She doesn't bark a ton, so I don't want to scare you with this one, but she does bark if someone comes to the door, which I don't mind. I think is helpful in most cases, unless she does have like this like freakishly loud and scary bark. So it scares the crap out of me sometimes, but I do like that she lets us know when someone is at the door. Like I said before, she doesn't really bark other than that though. She doesn't like bark to communicate, like if she has to go outside or anything like that. She just barks if someone's at the door. So if you are someone like us where you have packages delivered and kids coming up to our door all the time, yeah, they're going to be barking all the time. But if you live in the country or you don't have many people coming to your door, then you should be all set. There are lots of different ways that you can train them though not to bark at the door, someone knocking, or at the bell. She heard something upstairs. So I would encourage you to look up that. There's lots of training here on YouTube, and I see a lot on Instagram too. I'm also going to put the Facebook group that I really love getting tips and advice from on Facebook. Did I already say the Facebook Aussiedoodle group that we really love? I'm going to link that below because that's been helpful. In a lot of ways, just helpful to know that we're not alone in some of the weird things that they do. But basically all Aussiedoodle parents are struggling at some point or another with the same topic. So it's just a good community to be a part of if you have an Aussiedoodle or are considering getting one. Potty training is the next topic. This is something I feel like we did all right with. We had an 18-month-old and a 3-year-old, so it was really hard. Ultimately, I think keeping a short leash, like a 4-foot leash maybe, on them at all times, and even strapping it to you is something I think that helps a lot of people. But treat training with potty training also helped a lot, and it took her about 6 weeks. So I guess have the right expectation. Don't expect it to take a week like I did. I was shocked that she wasn't trained by like week 2, but I think it did take around 6 weeks. So generally it takes longer, and I have no idea why, but it takes longer to train them to go potty outside. And lastly, actually, I just thought of one, so I'm going to do like a halfway, like a bonus one right here. Poodles have sensitive stomachs, and that is something I had no idea about. That's not something I ever saw in any research I did. So if she doesn't eat first thing in the morning, she will throw up, and she tries to give a warning by just like being by the door, feeling like nauseous. So we just are in a routine now where we know that if she doesn't eat breakfast right when we wake up, she will get sick. And I think it's just the acid in her stomach. I really don't know. The vet explained it kind of to us, but it's normal, but it's just something that you should be aware of. And even if you just give them a late night snack before bed, that helps too. but they do have sensitive stomachs. We just got a pumpkin powder, which is by, I think, Native Pet, and we're going to try to give that to her just to kind of support. I think it has probiotics too, to support her gut health, but they do have sensitive stomachs. The very last one is nipping, because this is the one I probably get the most questions about. Aussies are herding dogs, and one of their instincts is to nip to herd, I guess. I want to say we just got pretty lucky. Frankie is 75% poodle, and so she just doesn't have a huge instinct to herd or nip. She will chase if someone tries to run away from like the group we're in. She will chase you down, but she doesn't nip. And so the herding instinct to nipping, we really haven't had a problem with, and that might have been due to the like trainings that we did as soon as we got her. So like I said, we had an 18-month and a 3-year-old. So right away we were on top of nipping and jumping and playing too rough, and so she doesn't do that. And when people try to play with her like rough, she's like, what are you doing? We don't do this. So anyways, we did not want her to nip or just to like scare the girls. We didn't want her to start off on the wrong foot with them. So anytime she did nip in a playing or teething like mode, we would yelp like a puppy would yelp, give her another toy and ignore her for a minute. And then the second part of that is when she was playing and playing well and not nipping, we would treat, because we wanted to reward the good behavior. It's about redirection and rewarding good behavior. That's kind of the method that we took, but it has worked really well because she hasn't had an issue at all with nipping, I would say, since teething, and that was, I don't know, under a year old. So I hope those tips help. If not, I would just search here on Instagram, on YouTube, puppy training, nipping. Caesar Milan is the person that we go to the most for advice on puppy stuff or on dog training stuff. But there are a lot of resources. If you have any questions or want to add anything, let me know in the comments. You can check out these chews on Amazon. I will put the link to shop below. And thank you to Veterinary Naturals for collaborating with me on a part of this video. I'm always happy to introduce to you really clean and good quality products for your dogs, toys, supplements, all kinds of things. Let me know what video you want me to do on Aussiedoodles next. I hope you have a great day. Bye.